Variables. So why we need variables? Like in any programming language, in shell also we have variable, right? So meaning of variable is what? Variable is a memory. Variable is a name for a memory location. So we are giving a name for a memory location. Then after, by using that name, they will reference the address of that memory location, and also based on the data type they will assign the space for that variable, right? So that memory location size also may be changed based on the variable data type. So like in other programming language, shell also have variables. So we have a definition: variable is a symbolic name for a chunk of memory to which we can assign values, read and manipulate its content. You can read, you can change, you can manipulate that variable value. So there must be no space around equal sign when we assign variable in shell. So for example, I'm going to create one script. So we'll use touch command, then we'll use keyword variable dot shell. I'm going to create new file. You can see I have a new variable.sh file. I'm going to open this one. Then after we will try to create a new variable. So now I'm going to create a variable with the name, right? So name is equal to sd, right? So then after we will echo this one, echo $name. I'm going to save this one. Then after we will compile. That means we are going to run this one using shell bash born again shell. Then after file name is variable.sh. You can see we are getting the output sd. So what happened here? Here you can see we have name equal sd and there is no space, right? Initially you can't keep space around this equal, right? So if you keep space like this, then shell will think this is a command, not a variable. It will try to output this command. So I'm going to save this one, bash variable.sh. On this time you can see name command not found, right? So we have a space here. Then after shell is thinking, right, I have a command, so I need to execute this one like that, but there is no command which is equal to name. So to assign variable, you need to remove space around this equal sign, right? So then after it will identify this equal sign, right? So I have a variable, so value is this one. Then after variable name is left, right? Okay, we'll create another variable. So I'm going to create full name. Then after solo developer, we'll echo this one again, full name. In shell, if you want to access variable, then you have to use $sign in front of the variable like this. I'm going to save this one. Now you can see output will be something else, right? So it should be solo developer, but let's see, bash variable.sh. So variable line 5 developer command not found, right? So line 5 mean this one. So there is, it can't identify this command because we have space. So we need to, when it read this space, it is thinking, right, this is a command. So if you have more than one string with which is include space, on that time you need to surround this one by using double quotes, right? You have to use double quotation around this element, that mean value. Now I'm going to add double quotation here around this solo developer. So we'll save this one. Now again I'm going to call bash variable.sh. I can see we are getting the correct output, right? So basically, like in any programming language, you can use variable name, but you can't start it with the number, and you can't keep a space inside the variable name, but you can start with the character or underscore, right? Same thing. When assigning variables, string with space must be called so that the shell knows to treat it well as one, like this. If you have more than one word, then you need to code this one. Shell does not care about type of variable. They may store string, integers, real numbers, anything you like. In truth, these are all stored as string. So basically in shell we are telling this is integer, this is double, like that. We are telling data type. So shell will store all of this as a string, right? Okay, here we have one example. So you can try this example. Just create a new script. I'm going to create a new one, touch variable 2.shell. So if I list down, I have this variable 2.sh file. So I'm going to open this one. So here you can see we have variable 2.sh file. I'm going to close this previous file and we'll type a variable name. And as I told, it is better to add bash location, right? So get this location, you can type which bash, then after it will give the path. So add this path as the first line of your code data script file, hash asterisk user bin bash. So when you add this line, our shell know he need to execute this file using only the bash shell. He can't use any other shell to execute this file. So I'm going to create variable message1 will be equal to first shell. Then after I'm going to add pi, which will be 3.14 pi value. Then pi2 will be equal to again 3.14. So we have mixed value. So left side is variable name, right side is value, right? So now I'm going to print this tree value, echo, then dollar message1 echo dollar pi, again echo dollar pi2. Okay, let's save this file. So we are calling this variable, right? You can enter command variables. Then after we are going to print this variable by using shell. So we are using bash shell, bash, file name is var2.sh, var2.shell. You can see we are getting the same output, right? But here I have used double quotation around this one, and this one is 3.14. So it's not a matter, it will store as a string inside our memory. So how we are going to read value, right? In shell you can use read command to read value to a particular variable. For example, I'm going to read value for the name variable, right? So we'll create a new file for this one. I'm going to use touch variable input.sh. Then we'll open this one, variable input.sh file. So our path is user bin bash. So I'm going to create one file here, one variable which is name. So we read value for this name, right? Echo enter your name. Then after I am asking value from the user, read name. Then after you entered, or your name is, will show the name, which is this name variable. Okay, now I'm going to save this file and we'll run this file using terminal bash. Then after file name is way input.sh. You can see it is asking name. I'm going to enter solo developer. Then after it will print the value, your name is solo developer, right? So like this you can read input using read command. Then after you can create a variable, you can assign that value into the variable in the shell script. So in this example also you can see we are using touch command with the file name. So file name mean we are asking a name from the user, then after we are assigning that name into a file name.